What's up? What's up? What's up? How we guys doing? How we doing? My name's Dan. This is Neomustangs, and this is my foxbody Mustang channel. We usually stream on Sundays, so if you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you're new to the, make sure you hit that subscribe and bell and all that other notification stuff. You get it. But we usually have a topic on Sundays. So today's topic is the expectations, the realistic expectations for 2022. I'm going to talk about some of mine, and you guys can share some of yours in the comments. If I happen to miss one of your comments, I mean, I do apologize. But one thing I did want to address, and this is also an issue with many of the other content creators. If you guys have notifications on, sometimes YouTube actually turns notifications off on your phone or device that you're using. So make sure you guys are checking that. And that goes for pretty much all content. Usually when you click the bell next to the subscribe button, it definitely helps out the channels if the analytic, when we go live, when we put new content up for you guys, the first couple hours is like the most important. So I did want to mention that for some reason, I'm not getting notifications from other channels that I'm subscribed to. And I went through and checked all my notifications on both my laptop and my devices, and it seems like they just get shut off randomly. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why YouTube would do that. So, yeah, I listen to a lot of Five Finger Death Punch as well. Let me start by saying welcome to the channel again, guys in green. Bill Pace. Wow, he looks like he's the first channel member in here. We got the big dog's in the house. Mike Straminsky. It's good to see you, big dog. How'd that paint come out? Did you get that? Did you get that thing buffed out? Are you doing any wet sanding? Doing any buffing on it? Got some paint coming up soon for this car right here. If you guys follow my community channel, Instagram, Facebook at Neomustangs, if you guys follow some of that, you'll see that the white car back here, I don't know where it's at, is finally getting its hood painted. Like, I've had the paint sitting on the shelf behind me for, I don't know, 6 months. And we're finally painting that, and we're actually going to put a Cobra bumper on the rear of the white car, just like the black car, because they're kind of like the same, but not really. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you guys think in chat about maybe possibly putting some 18 NVXs on the white car. I was going to surprise you guys with that, but I really think that the NVX will give the white car like a street car look. Even though everyone thinks it's a race car, it's just still as full weight as my black car, just a little bit faster or whatever. So I'm definitely excited to show you guys that car this year. What's up, Pat Turchin? What's up, Carrie? Is it Corey Landry? JPL? Hit that like, boys. Guys, hit that like for everybody. If you follow a channel, and like I was just saying earlier, make sure you guys are checking your notifications. Make sure you guys are checking notifications on Foxcast, on Brutal, on Blue Oval, on Gearhead 704, whatever. Make sure you're checking your notifications on your devices to make sure that you get notified when we put videos and shorts up. So I'm doing a lot of shorts lately, kind of some cool stuff to do. But anyway, what's up, War Admiral in the house? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Damn, both cars in the shop tonight. That's correct. That's correct. My cars haven't stopped running since last year. So, yo, man, it looks badass. What Facebook pages are you on? Yeah, I'm on Mafia. I think I'm an admin on Mafia. I don't know if Chris Long ever made me that. I know he asked me, and I don't know if he actually did it or not. I got about 30 hours of wet sanding. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. I did a bunch of wet sanding on my cars. I painted probably 10 Fox bodies, and I did some serious wet sanding and buffing on some of those cars, and it's not fun. 18s would look nice for sure. Nice. Tooltip Tim finally got a nice day. Painted the trim. Looks great. Nice. Hey, Hamlin, I checked your website for a T5 rebuild kit. They do not have any in stock. Trust me. I'm waiting on about 3 of them. What's up, Broken Tool Garage? It's good to see you guys. User Breed playing on 1150s and a 2-valve, 1099 and a 3-valve. Okay. Pat Turchin, what's up, Dan? I won't be ready this year. Have to buy a new AFR 220 heads. So my SVO heads are messed up. Well, I got some, Pat, I got some World product heads you could use. Are heads the only thing you're waiting on? Because I got some heads that we pulled off of a Fox body that are a double pattern, like they're the inner outer, the inch and a quarter or 2 1/4 and 2 2.5. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. So it'll fit whatever headers you got. And you're more than welcome to actually use them until you get your other heads, if that's all you're waiting on. What's up, Dan? The fellow Mustang. What's up? What's up? I want to go. Okay, so expectations. We're going to talk about, before y'all get into the crazy expectations of your own cars. I do want to hear what you got to say, and I'll put some of the comments up here on the screen, of course. But you guys have to understand that there's one really big problem with expectations right now, and that's because it's because of back orders. And we talk about, you know, the rabbit hole. We talk about spending too much money. We talk about, you know, building these fox bodies all the time. But one thing you got to take into consideration in 2022, what we have to deal with in present day is back orders. Now, as you guys all know, the off-road exhaust pretty much not getting that, you know, for the most part. You know, turbo kits are, I think on 3 is on back order. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember the last time I checked, but they were on back order when I checked like 6 months ago for like a year. It's just the expectations of your fox body. They shouldn't, you know, we talk about not keeping them on the jack stand and, you know, just, you know, get the shit put together and fix it and whatever. Your expectations for 2022 should be a little bit different than it's been for the last few years. I mean, psychologically speaking, think about it. If you have all these back orders, like, they're just going to push your product, you know, your project off for that much more longer. And who's to say things, you know, life changes. What's the 3 main things that we talked about the other live stream? Time, money, and family, right? Those are the 3 biggest things that'll interrupt your fox body project. So time is definitely, if it's got to take longer, then things are going to change, right? Money's going to change, possibly. So, and it's why I'm always pushing, you know, just get your car off the jack stand and drive it. You can always build it, like, just like I was telling Pat right here. Like, Pat's a guy that I race with over here at the track. And, you know, he has a budget brawler little coupe that he's been building. He's been, like, you know, bottom 9s, you know, pretty much on a stock bottom end, 302, you know, with heads cam intake. So, you know, he's building a monster little stroker, and the problem is his heads are just on back order for so long. He's not going to be able to get them this year. That's how far off AFR is. Forget it. Mike Stravinsky, it came out super slick, still putting her back together. Nice. I'm wanting to tackle a paint job this year. Good luck. It's actual rebuild kits. Been on order with Tremec since August. That's right. Putting engine back in and doing supercharger. Lots of sort out still. I have parts just in time for the garage. I wanted to run 9s. I did it today. Now I'm going to win into 5s in the 8th. Good luck with that, man. Good job. I'm glad you got into the 9s. Cousin Paul in the house. What's going on, Cousin Paul? Good to see you, brother. So anyways, expectations, having expectations that, you know, that are kind of off in space at this point. Like, if your car's waiting on a bunch of parts, you probably should just put it back together. Now, there's a lot of things that go into play with that. Like, you know, depending, I mean, you're not going to put stock heads on a 347. You know, you're just going to have to wait until you find a good deal on Facebook, or you find a deal on Facebook, or excuse me, on Craigslist or something like that. Because heads are just so far behind. You don't want to be jumping into a set of aluminum heads thinking that you got the upper hand, when you might be getting yourself into a worst case scenario by getting a shit set of heads, and then you're going to get your whole engine apart, you know, or together. I mean, consider the fact. I want you guys to be patient when you're buying, in you know, these car parts and you're building these cars and these fox bodies. But I also don't want you to wait till all these other back orders are going to happen, because it's just, to be honest with you, this shit ain't going to happen. I mean, who knows who knows what's going to happen in 6 months to a year. So I want that supercharger that you had on Dad's car. That's just legitimately just an A trim. So what I'm going to do tonight is I want you guys to give me some realistic expectations for yourself. Like, let's talk about expectations as a fox body owner in general. Like, what's some expectations of, you know, owning a fox body? You know, what are some of the things that should be done every year, right? That maybe we can focus on that instead of worrying about, the next best thing, because the next best thing is just a rabbit hole. I'm telling you that right now. Let's talk about Slow-Nate's 427. All right. Ask away. What's up, Smurfit? Went to helmets today. Same way, 8 to 10 weeks for some. So did you get a helmet? User Bree, I got a Kenny Bell 2.1 built 4R70W and 3000 B&M stall. Long tubes, whole 9 yards. Just haven't had the time to put it on. That's right. Just like we had been talking about, you know, it's time, money, and family. Those are the three most important things when it comes to building your fox body that you got to work around, and you got to make sure that you schedule correctly with. So Nate built his own motor, 500 horsepower street car. I'm about 303 now. How do you know that? So like, I'm going to start off, like, you guys know we do this little whiteboard dumb shit every week, right? It's pretty cool, right? So, you know, last week we talked about, you know, what are the things that are increase your value of your fox body, and this is what if you missed last week, this is what we were talking about. This is all the people from the chat did this. This is the email if you want to get a hold of me of merch, by the way, but I'm about to erase all this. But yeah, I mean, this is what we came up with last week, and I'm going to go ahead and grab some rags, and I'm going to erase that up. And we're going to talk about expectations tonight. I'm going to give you one. I'm going to write some of them down on the board. I'm going to leave them up here in the comments too. Would it be realistic for a Pro Charge 363 on 18 pounds and 9.5 compression to make 700, 800 wheel? Yes. I wouldn't run it on 94. I would run that on 80. I mean, obviously, if you have the money to spend on a combo like that, you should be running E85. Why would you want to run 94 octane fuel in that? Not at all. If you have the money to buy a Pro Charger that's going to feed a 363 on 18 pounds, and you have the right engine combo like that, Seth, you should be on E85, period. Yes, me and Paul did only 4 different ones in stock at Summit. Okay. Okay, so the first one, what's my expectation? I'm gonna put one on the board. I'm gonna say one, and then you guys give me one. We're gonna do this together, okay? So I'm gonna give you guys an expectation in 2021, 2022 for me and my fox bodies, and then one of y'all gonna chime in, and I'm gonna pick one and put on the board. E85 for me, DK and guys, E85 is worth driving for. So, number one, my expectations in 2022, without being overzealous, is I expect to get my black car painted. Black car painted. So that's an expectation that's about to happen. See that? Black car painted. Give me an expectation of what you want to do this year, Hanlon Motorsports. I missed what you said. For some reason, my video didn't pop up till just now. What do you mean? I want to make 350 horsepower on a B cam, only E7s, 50 and 100 shot. That's easy. That's all day. You got that? Just keep cracking lacking. That's right. That's right. My wife cars needs painted. Okay. I expect my floor plans to be replaced. We'll put that in there. So Superfly said, and we'll put a mark here. Replace floor pans. Superfly. My wife's car needs painted. Just got some lacking header bolts, George. So I want to pause real quick. You guys keep bringing that stuff in. I'll give you another expectation. George F., you need to take the headers off and get them planed. I made a whole video about that. Those headers are always, it doesn't matter. My B&G kit was just as warped as my On3 kit. You need to get the header flanges. I did a whole video about exhaust leaks. I guarantee you, you take those headers off, you get them planed, you clean them up, and you should be good. I mean, as far as the bolts are concerned, they suck. You gotta. I don't even run header gaskets anymore. I want to be competitive in NMRA factory stock. Got my work cut out. Okay, that's not a crazy expectation. Compete with NMRA handling. Guys, if I get the little circle freeze of doom, just chill out. It'll come back. And then if it comes back fuzzy, just let me know. I'll just unplug the camera and reset it. Not a big deal. That's a good one, Hanlon. Run consistent numbers at the track. That should be pretty easy for you. Rob Scarlett. I want to have that done beginning of May. Okay, so finishing a top end kit. Finish top end. Rob. So those are some pretty legitimate expectations. Put my damn car together. What's another expectation for me? Okay, so I said that I want to get my black car painted. That's going to be the reason why you guys aren't going to see it until Mustang Week, because the expectations of me getting it painted is going to take several months. So I have to be legitimate when we start talking about expectations. Give me 1 second. Got to send an email real quick. Let me get back into this. Come back up. Josh Arthur, stage 8. Okay. To be honest with you, George, I went with a good header bolt. I like the 5/16 head, the 3/8 or the 5/16 hex head, because it's smaller and it's easier to get it to lock. I mean, they do have locking header bolts, but they're not going to work really well on 3. Hoping to get in the 11s. JK, hoping to run 11s. That's a legitimate expectation. That's definitely doable with your combo. You got low 11s, high 10s, 331 stroker, the enforcer heads. Okay, that's easy. Run 11s, maybe 10s. JK. All right. That's a legitimate expectation. That's doable with that combo for sure. For sure. Anti-Rice. I want to get my T-Top Fox running. It's been years and still in jack stands. Let's get it. Guys, if I miss your comment, I'm really sorry. Sometimes when they get monetized, though, it's pretty easy to kind of catch it because of the color. Smash that like button. Man, I appreciate you, Hanlon, for supporting the channel at $50. I'm just going to be spending that back at the shop anyway, right? I'm just kidding. Dude, I appreciate you. Thank you. All that money goes to support the channel, goes to support everything that we do here. Okay, so Andrew, let me pick one. I'll keep that one up. I'm gonna do number 2 for me. I'm just doing the slashes for everybody else. Y'all like this whiteboard? Y'all like this shit? Be honest with me. You like that stuff? All right, number 2. Black car painted. Number 2 would be make 750 wheel. And that's a very legitimate goal. White car. Now, we already made 710, 800. Okay. I'm in the numbers. You guys are in the little dashes or whatever. Make 750 wheel. So we made 715, 800 wheel on that car. So how I'm going to make more power is I'm going to get rid of the back pressure using a larger housing. So would like to make 325 with stock cam 172 rockers, ported full exhaust. 325 is definitely doable, Andrew. Stock cam 1.7 rockers, ported E7s, and full exhaust might get you 250, 260 wheel maybe. And if you run a 50 shot of nitrous, you should now keep in mind that nitrous always kind of likes to have skewed numbers, but they're close. So like you run a 100 shot, you might see 90 of it, whatever. So depends on your bottle pressure, depends whatever. So that's definitely doable, bro. Fat Boy Fox in the house. What's going on? Yes, I love the whiteboard, man. I appreciate that, guys. The board is a good idea. I like it. So I'm trying to get you guys involved more with the live stream. So I'm trying to get as many comments on the board as possible, and I'm putting your little name next to it. So I'm the numbered one, you're the dashed one. So give me some more. The whiteboard. Replace the GT with replace what? Me? My Celine wing is Celine wing is always going to be there. I like to get all the overspray out of my garage. Man, I'm not even going to put that on there because it ain't never going to happen. I got overspray over there in that corner that's still there. I like to find a Steeda wing. I'm actually looking for one myself. That's a good one. Put the subframe connectors that I won from you. Okay, so for you guys that don't know, Mike Straminsky, Big Dog Mike here, he's also a club member, so shout out to him in the green. Everybody in the green has the special emojis and name colors because of the join button below. It's next to the subscribe button. I think it's actually in part of the monetization tab at the bottom of chat if you're on your device. Anyways, if you join the channel, there's perks and membership perks for seeing videos early, whatever. Anyways, Mike Straminsky won some subframe connectors because we had a huge giveaway at Christmas. Me and Brutal were back and forth with it, Fox Days of Christmas, and we gave away tons of stuff. And he won some subframe connectors, so that's what he's talking about. Put subs on car. I'm just gonna put Big Dog here. Everybody knows who he is, right? I'm put subframes on car. My penmanship sucks. I'm terrible. Like I didn't pass English. All right. So shout out to my guys in green, man. You got you club members. We have some pretty cool polls and stuff like that. We talk about things that you guys don't see in the normal community tab. Like I said, I'm pretty active on my channel with shorts. The short videos. They're like TikTok-ish videos. You don't make any money. You don't make any money on those, by the way. They're good for the analytic for the channel, though. So when you watch them, it's kind of cool. It is an analytic for the channel, but they're only a minute long at the worst. So there's really no monetization for that. Like you don't get like added up or whatever. Okay, so keep running through. Kami Commento. Okay, I made 533 wheel through a C4 and a dyno, runs 980s at 137 like clockwork. It's about right. We got some more expectation. What's up, Neomustangs and everyone? What's going on, Blue Ford Blue Gauge? Louder exhausted. Papa, you the Hootman with the gray. Where's he at? Yeah, there he is. What's up, Papa Hootman? So if you guys don't know who Papa Hootman is, it's my buddy Mike, and Slow Nate is his dad, and they work together with a business. I think I can say that right. He is one of the engineers with Nate with Rust Bucket Racer, that crazy carbureted turbo blow-through full weight car that we have on the channel. He also has the gray 86 sitting right here. I think I'm pointing right. Am I? The 86 is 363 all motor. Mike's went 980s with that, 990s all motor. And of course, Slow Nate. I just showed Slow Nate's car off this past weekend with, he went 960s. He's actually been 40s and pretty consistent 50s in that car. That was like its very first pass. He's actually changed tires and suspension and stuff on it. So anyways, I just want to give a huge shout out to these guys I race with every week for the most part. Papa Hootman and Nate and the sheriff, Timmy Combs. He has the yellow coupe that you guys see. It's just a whole group of us. It's a good experience. The shorts are pretty cool though. Yeah, so yeah, I try to do at least one a week. Gray Corey Cooks. Hey Neo, I have a 351 with an MSD 6AA box, but I noticed my starter isn't spinning the motor fast enough. Do you have any solutions? That doesn't make any sense. You might need to go to a power or like a stronger starter or whatever, a power torque starter. Wayne's Budget Ball and Garage. I hear my engine finally made some noise, but still lots of fab work to the intake. Need to be done though. All right. Love the project, Rust. Yeah, Rust Bucket Racer. You got to check out Rust Bucket Racer. If you guys haven't had a chance, like some of these videos on our channel, like they're not like clickbaitish videos. So like they're like good content that you can go back and watch regardless of what month or week or whatever it is. And Rust Bucket Racer is definitely a build that happened last year. They've changed it since, but you know, we went, I mean, that car was damn near close to running 890s. And you're talking about a full weight Rust Bucket looking car. He looks rusty, but it's not. It's not at all. It's kind of it's kind of an illusion. Like the only rusty is what you see like on the hatch and like a little bit. Yeah, it's not rotted out. All right, so give me some more expectations. I'm going to give you guys another one. I'm going to give you my number 3 expectation. It's an 80 millimeter, if I'm not mistaken, Kami. So number 3, my expectation. My first expectation was paint the black car. I've been waiting years to paint this black car, and my second one was to make 750 wheel on the white car, which has a 408 in it. What's my third expectation this year? And I mean, and these are the expectations that are going to happen. Like when you guys give me expectations, I want it to be something that you pretty much are pretty sure it's going to happen. So number 4, for my expectations, me or cousin Paul run a 1090 in Dad's car by the end of the year. Full weight, no cheating, no taking interior out, full weight. You know, all my cars have full interior, right? Both these cars have front and rear seats. I still got heater boxes in both of them too. I got to take those out though. I don't use them. My expectations to beat Neo with NA Coyote. Just playing. What, one of these? George F. Want to get my white one together in the next couple months. Need brake lines, front calipers, throw it all together. Little 302 with 70 millimeter. You're gonna have more fun with that than you did with your big car. I'm telling you. I can't tell you how much fun I have with my little 302, you know, stock bottom end crap. So give me another expectation somebody's got. I know they're out there. Put your name on the board. Hit my first 10-second pass on my 94 GT stock bottom end 302. Stock T5 HCI on 3 turbo, making 440. Nice. Good tire. Should have a good tire. So let's talk about realistic expectations, though. So when we're doing the whiteboard, we want to talk about realistic expectations. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, my expectations are kind of unrealistic for the most part, but they aren't. I've had the black car painted as an expectation for a long time, so I've been saving up for it. You know what I mean? Replacing floor pans is going to be tough for Superfly because, I mean, that's a really tough job. To be honest with you, if you're going to like take all the spot welds out, but outside of that, you know, if you're just patching, you know, large panels or whatever, then that's not too bad. Beat my neighbor's Coyote. Okay. Would it be safe to say that people who are looking to run a time would have a higher expectation versus a street car? Yes. I wouldn't be thinning my herd of Mustangs by 4 this year. I wouldn't mind thinning my herd. Okay. And 1099 Tony, 11.0 1090s with a new Coyote 6R80 auto. Okay. We'll put that up there. What's up, Paul the Fox? It's good to see you, my man. Run 11, 1090 Coyote. All motor, right? Obviously. Put Tony there. So Tony wants to run an 11, 1090 in his Coyote all motor. Gary James, what did he say? We got here. It's good to say, if you guys get a chance to check out Paul DeFox, I think he actually live streams as well, like I do on Thursday nights, I think around 8 o'clock. And he is one of our Canadian friends that enjoys his, big fox body enthusiast channel. So go check his channel out. Give him a thumbs up. Mike B, get mine on the road. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. I'll put that on there, Mike B. Talk about probably the most realistic expectations thus far. Get Fox on the road. Mike B. It's probably the most realistic one yet. He just wants to drive his shit. I get it, man. I get it. Okay. That's a good one. Seth, I've been meaning to get in touch with you. Maybe you can help roll up my fender. Yeah, Paul DeFox just did a pretty good video about that. What was this? Chris Slow, try to catch up. I need to finish my TKX swap, 1090s with nitrous, FB cam 3 valve. Okay. I'm in Toronto as well. Nice. You guys can shout out where you're at. Stephen King said he wants to make 500 wheel. That's not a terrible goal for a V3. Not at all. I'm doing good. And you? Okay. I got an expectation. Make all 4 events. So I got an expectation here of making all 4 events. So I'm going to be going to Chocolate Fox in Hershey, PA. I'm going to go to Ford Takeover in June. I'm trying to make Mustang Week. Mustang Week's going to be the hardest one because it's going to be hard to book anything down there. It's probably already booked out for that matter. But I'm looking to get a townhouse and maybe have a little vacation with my kids and have a little bit of fun while I'm down in Myrtle Beach, and maybe we all can hang out and I see you guys at some of the events or whatever. But and of course Foxtoberfest. So I went to 2 of those last year. Chocolate Fox is just now kind of gaining a lot of traction, and it's only about 4 or 5 hours for me, so it only makes sense that I hit that. Neil, I got one for you. How about being the first into the 8s with a TKX? Man, if I took all the weight out of this car, the black car, I could probably plus 150 on a TKX. Neil, you're going to Chocolate Fox? I am. Oh.
What up?
What up, B?
What's going on?
We're talking about realistic expectations.
Oh, boy.
Nice hat, homeboy.
Yeah.
Appreciate
that, right?
Appreciate you.
Yeah. So realistic expectations, man, that's really a much needed topic because
this is what we came up with so far. We came up with, I'm going to paint my black car. Superfly wants to replace his floor pans. Hanlon wants to compete in NMRA. Big Dog Mike Straminsky wants to put subframes in his car that he got from Fox Days of Christmas.
Wow. Well, good deal.
Boom. I'll get it. Let's get it.
Yeah. So this is a really good topic because I think all of us get sucked into the unrealistic expectations, right?
Yes.
You got to, there's something I always say. You have to know yourself. You really have to be self-aware. You know your limits. I know my limits. We've been doing this a pretty good while now, but I think that there are a lot of people out there that honestly just don't know their limits. And that means like either the work you're trying to do to the car or what you expect out of the car, whatever the case may be. You really kind of have to have been there and done that, or either do a lot of research.
I get it.
What's going on, everybody?
So what are you up to? What are you up to tonight? Hey, you know what? Give me a realistic expectation for your retro Fox. I'm gonna put it on the board, my friend.
As in like a time or just anything in general?
Something that's important to you that you're pretty much sure you can kind of achieve at some point.
That's actually a really good question. The car's pretty much met there we go. So the car's pretty much met all of its expectations that I've had for it, but I would probably say, and this is going to sound probably silly, but I would say like I'd like for it to run 740s in the 8th, because we run 8th mile. I'd like for that car to run 740s, drive it to the track, and not tear up.
740 in the 8th mile on the retro.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we could achieve that. I feel pretty sure we could achieve that. If I can drive the car good and it hooks, we should be able to get that number, I would think.
Yeah, that's definitely doable. I think that's with a little bit of tire and a little bit of luck.
So I took the Retro Fox out yesterday, and I actually have a video coming out.
Oh, you got a drive video?
Yeah, where I drove it, man, and actually beat the crap out of it.
Nice.
But, we actually have tires on it with a rear end that works now, so it was quite impressive, man. To say the least, I was very impressed with the way the car ran.
We got a request out there. We got a $5 super chat. I appreciate the super chat, guys. So anything we get on this stream from here out, we're gonna split here with Brutal. So it is a dual chat at this point. I don't know how long he's gonna be on, but I'd imagine for at least 20-30 minutes. So
yeah, I'll probably be on for another 20 minutes or so, something like that.
Yeah, we'll keep talking. So any sort of super chat we get from here, we're gonna split. So just so you guys know, it's just a fair way to do it. Anyways, he wants us to say, Treetop Tom wants us to say hello to Alec. So hello, Alec.
Hello, Alec.
Right here. He said this right here. Yeah. Can you guys say hi to my son, Alec? He is watching with me. It's good to see you.
Hey, buddy.
Good to see you. Good to see your dad here and chat with us.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool.
Broken Tool says that he hit 740s in the 60 foot or 0 to 60.
That's right. That's right. So install. Can you guys? Okay. What's up, Pimp? It's good to see you, brother. It's good to see you today. So I think a realistic expectation with Fox bodies is definitely, we were talking about it earlier in the live chat, is accepting the fact that your back order is going to change. Like we talked in our live stream about 3 weeks ago, B, and it was just like we talked about what are the top 10 things that's going to keep your car in a jack stand or keep your car from getting fixed or built or whatever. And pretty much the one that we talked about probably the most, without actually busting out the live chat paper that I had, was time, money, and family. And I think realistically speaking, the expectations in 2020, if you mix the back order in with all that stuff right there, time, money, and family, it's just, it's why we pushed to just, enjoy your car, get it fixed, and just get out there and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you're gonna be waiting a lot. You could be waiting a year. Like if you're waiting for and I'll stop talking, but
no.
if you're waiting for a set of heads and they're like on a 6-month back order, bro, that's not the answer. You know what I mean?
I agree. There's a lot to be said about this topic, and everybody has a different mindset. My mindset is probably very similar to yours, but I'm sure we differ as well there on some of the stuff. But this is what I'll say: have realistic expectations when you go into it.
Right.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't overload yourself or overwhelm yourself with all new everything and trying to do everything at one time. Like, split it up, man, because your car could be down, like you're saying. You could be waiting 6 months for a set of heads. and you know, maybe just run the heads that you've got for right now, and then maybe do things. I'll say this day and age, this time right now, that's probably more applicable now than years ago, because you could get your parts a lot easier and a lot quicker. But you kind of got to know this going into it, that this could really set you back. What you got there?
Don't wait for parts. Brutal.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know sometimes we have to, but okay. So it would be no different than me not having the money in hand to buy a set of heads. But because I want these heads and I'm not happy with my car, I go ahead and pull my car apart right now in plans of anticipation of having the money. It's essentially the same thing. Like, you wouldn't do that, right? So you kind of need to know before you pull your car apart what the game plan is and what the wait time is on stuff.
So maybe I should change that to plan for plans to change.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Be flexible. Okay, let's do that. Be flexible in the plan. Be flexible in the plan.
Yeah, you have to be. I kind of just roll with the punches whenever I'm working on a car. I jump from one thing to the next because, you know, whatever's available, whether it be money, whether it be time, whatever the case may be. Now, I understand that that's not always the case. You can't always do that. But, you know, let's say you are waiting on a set of heads. I mean, since we're using that example. Well, if there's anything else that you can do to the car, like, there again, pull the interior out, re-dye it, you know, make use of your time. Don't just sit there and not do anything because you're waiting on parts, because sometimes that happens. And we understand that.
I want to bring up this. I did bring it up earlier in the stream. I got more people here in the stream, but I did want to mention it. I could speak for Brutal and myself and you know, and the other content creators. Hey, no joke, why I didn't get a ding where you guys live stream. So I wanted to approach this because YouTube will shut your notifications off. If you shut it off on your device, it'll naturally shut off on your laptop and everything else. So you guys got to be careful. Like, if you're wanting to get notifications when we upload videos and live streams, make sure you guys are checking that, making sure the bell's connected or whatever. And yeah.
Yeah, definitely ring that bell and click all notifications.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that don't get my notifications as well.
Right.
You have to make sure that you click all.
Don't be stuck on a specific part brand. That's a good one, Ford Blue Gauge. Don't be stuck on a specific part brand. If that part is on back order, look for something else.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I'm open. Now, I know a lot of people, like, there again, let's go back to the head thing. I know a lot of people want a certain head, and I do get that. But guys, if you're looking for a certain set of heads and they're on back order for 6 months, I promise you there's another head out there that's equal to that, or as good as. It's just brand names, right?
That's right.
If you're stuck on Trick Flow, there's AFR, and you can argue which one's better or not, right? It really just depends on you. I'm not telling somebody to go out and get something they don't want. I mean, obviously not that, but there are times and instances where, you know, like you said, man, you might want to change up your brand.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, and you'd be surprised at some of the stuff out there. Like, you know, I'm a little spoiled here in Ohio with Dave Dalkey, the mad scientist, and Kevin Cragen and my dyno and all that stuff. I can just go there on a drop of a hat or whatever. Yeah. But they've got a nice machine work, you know, and the fun thing about it is Dave's so good at cylinder heads that, like, he'll buy a Chinese set of, like, knockoff aluminum heads, and he'll bring them in and he'll deck them, and all the molding's done, and then he'll just rebuild them himself with all the extra parts he's got. He's like, these are a killer set of heads. I'm just like, they're China, the Chinese heads. He's like, dude, trust me, these will work really well.
Yeah. Well, look, okay. So for anybody looking for a nice set of heads and maybe you want to save a little bit of money or whatever, Pro Max. I mean, those are great heads. The Pro Max heads are good, and I mean, there's just tons of other stuff out there. Just do your research on it, you know, for sure.
George F. actually ran a 977 today. He's the gentleman that was in. He came down to Ford Takeover. He was from New York.
Yeah.
You remember him?
Yep.
Anyways, he just said that your car came out amazing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, George F. We actually have a video coming out tomorrow. The members have already seen it, and should be a pretty good video.
Speaking of which, like I said, guys in green are the members, guys that keep hitting it. The join button below. Brutal is the other channel, Fox channel, that has a join button. So, you know, we both appreciate anybody who's part of that. And there's a lot of perk. You're not just giving us money. There's perks to it where we communicate through there on our blogs. You guys get to see videos days early. You know, I ask for advice in there all the time. Like, hey, does that title look stupid? You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I do the same thing. I'll throw up sometimes like 2 titles or a couple different thumbnails or things like that, and kind of ask the guys. I haven't done it lately, but I've done that in the past, and it's pretty cool. I enjoy it.
So RP87 GT, man, y'all the shit. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. Y'all don't know how much you guys have inspired me to fix up and restore my first Fox, especially coming from a 22-year-old. Nice. I've never really had any mechanical experience. That's what it's all about, my man. I appreciate you following us.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate it. Hey, look, you young guys are the ones that are going to be carrying the torch, okay?
Right.
So it's our responsibility to pass along the knowledge that we have. And I want everybody to, like, understand this. Never think that we think we know everything. Me and Dan both, we can tell you. We're constantly learning every day. We learn something new, like every day. And it's not that I try to even come across as I know everything, but as I learn something new, I like to share it with you guys. So that's all that is.
That's right. Hang on a second. Wrong one. I was trying to send an email. Sorry about that. What's your favorite transmission to go with in a turbo Fox body? Go ahead, B. What's your favorite transmission to go with?
TKX, man.
TKX my ass. Excuse me. TKX my butt. You like the T5, bro.
I do like the T5, but that's just me though. And it seems like every time I bring it up, people like they get butthurt about it because, oh, the T5 won't handle power. Well, then okay. If you don't like the T5, then TKX is the way to go, in my opinion. Me personally, if you're not going to be out there drag racing and hooking the car, especially on a radial, I say go T5. But there again, I mean, that T5 could let go on you, right? I mean, how many of these things have you seen that have been abused, not have fluid like they're supposed to, and they're just ticking time bombs? If the thing has been freshly rebuilt, it's been done right, you've taken care of it, they will hold some power. I say T5.
Go ahead.
TKX is you can't go wrong with the TKX.
No, I was just gonna say I got a video coming out. We bought a T5 on Facebook, and I want to show everybody how good or bad it is. It's gonna be kind of interesting. It's kind of like holy. It's just kind of a fun video. Like, look at this thing.
Hey, by the way, man, I love all the shorts that you've been doing.
No, you know what? It's just like it's at the point now on my channel. It's like, you know, I don't want to waste too much time with 8-minute videos. You know, that video with Slow Nate last Friday was a video I was supposed to put up on a Wednesday many moons ago. Well, 6 months ago when he first put the 427 in. And I'm like, man, these guys love this stuff. So I'm just going to put it up on a Friday. I was actually going to release a full video on Saturday, but it didn't end up happening. But that's okay. We got live streams for that.
I actually had to re-upload a video.
I seen that. I was going to ask you. The inquiring minds want to know, what happened?
So basically, I just got hit with a copyright claim.
Really?
Yeah, like after it had went through the review process and everything was good, I got hit with it, and I just had to pull it down, take the music out, and put it back up, man. I mean, they got a. You know what? YouTube has came a long way with. You know, you're able to actually go in. I don't know if you know this or not, but they'll actually fix your monetization problem now. Really?
One of my videos, same thing, kind of got about a little crazy for a little, I think it was a Queen song, Fat Bottom Girls. I think I put about 25 seconds of it in there. No big deal. And you're only supposed, you know, you're allowed so many seconds anyways for the most part. But I went in there and I said, you know what, I'm not going to re-upload the video because my members had already been looking at it. And I went in there and tried it, and they actually did really well with the clip. You know what I mean? They just went in and they trimmed the music. They put their own, you know, you pick from the audio library that they got. Boom, it was done. It looked pretty good. It wasn't terrible.
Man, I've never had luck with that. But every time I try to use it, it doesn't work out. But that's good to know. So maybe if that happens again, I'll just try that instead. But
yeah, I mean, I tried it to see. I mean, it took a couple hours, but I tried it to see if it would fix it, and it sure did.
Yeah.
So GT89 GT50, the join button is actually on the live streams. I think the join button is actually part of the monetization tab, and it's also right there. You see on the subscription right next to subscribe on the channel if you're on laptop and or I think even iPad mini
there
or
it
whatever.
is.
It's a little blue button next to the subscribe button. Brutal and myself both have a channel membership. So I know a lot of people ask. I actually get emails like, where's the join button? Where's the join button?
Yeah, I think people have trouble with the like iPhones and stuff with it showing up. So
I do want to say TKX real quick, Brutal's favorite trans. Handler Motorsports has them in stock for the most part. And he is a sponsor of the channel, at least for me. I don't know. I pretty much can say maybe for Nikia, right?
Yep.
I mean, obviously his banner's in the back, like mine's sitting right here. So big shout out to, Handler Motorsports, whatever. Mike Straminsky, man, I need that Neo hat, man. I'll get you at Ford Takeover. You come down there. It's free. It's all sewn up. So I appreciate the $50 super chat. I'll split that with Brutal after the live stream, as we always do. Man, I appreciate that. Hey, every dollar goes back to the channel for both of our channels. We don't spend it on our car payments or mortgages. So
no, guys, look, that is probably the thing that I'm most proud of. And me and Neo have talked about this before too. Guys, every single cent we make on this channel, it's the greatest feeling in the world. I blow it every month on something to buy for the channel. I'll show you guys something right here. You see that light, that Milwaukee light? That's that new like M12 light. The thing's fairly expensive, honestly. I use YouTube money for that. Everything that you see in here, the little paper rack and all that, I use YouTube money. So guys, it matters, okay? It truly matters. All of this stuff, it allows us to continue to do what we do. And I just want to say thank you. It's like he said, we're not making car payments with it. We're not making house payments. We're not buying groceries. I mean, if I needed to, I would. Don't misunderstand.
Hey, you know what? A chunk of our money this year is going to go right back in. I think it might not be too early to say, but I'm definitely in for another Christmas giveaway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll end up doing the same thing again. So all this money it goes right back into the channel. In turn, it goes back to you.
And it doesn't take away from time and your family. So it's a huge shout out. You know what? We couldn't do this without you guys. I got 75, 80 people watching. We had 100 at one point. Sometimes we'll have 150. Sometimes he'll have 200 and 250. We can't do it without you guys. So it's really kind of a flattering thing for us to be able to even bring content to you, let alone, make a little something for the channel to create it, to grow it. You know what I mean? So big shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. There's kind of, not to get completely off subject, but guys, this stuff means a lot to us because we work really hard for a very niche group of people, right? So this has to mean a lot to us, or else we would just try to branch out into other Ford stuff or Chevy stuff, whatever, right? So we're passionate about it. It means a lot to us. You guys mean a lot to us. That's why we like this little tight-knit group. None of us are out trying to get 200,000 subscribers. We want a community, and I've said this a million times, but we want a community that everybody just gets along and has a common ground understanding, if you will. So it's really hard work to do that because it's so tempting to go outside of our niche fox body stuff, but it's worth it, man. I love it.
That's definitely exactly. You just hit the nail on the head. I mean, if you're in a fox body channels and you're trying to make YouTube content in fox body channels, Foxcast really did a really great job with what he's done over the years, and he's well deserved. And Foxcast should have 3 times the subscribers that he has. And same with Brutal. It's just, it's a very niche. That's right. The way to say it. Very niche community. And there's not, we could branch out into other vehicles and try to, build a bigger community. But then that's not really going to change anything because if I'm Neomustangs subscriber, I'm only going to watch what fox body stuff he puts out.
Exactly. I agree completely.
So Treetop Tom said, and we can't do it with our foxes without you. So it's a win-win. It's all about the community.
It is. that is my favorite thing about what we do is the community that we've built, because we've all built an awesome freaking community.
That's right.
And I'm so proud of that. I really am. All I wanted as a kid was to share my passion with like-minded people. Growing up, nobody had the passion that I had. Like they thought I was weird. I was the weird kid that only cared about cars and Mustangs specifically. And to now have that audience and to be able to talk to you guys, I'm telling you, it saved me, because otherwise, man, I was just always going to think I was a weirdo, I guess. But
man, you ain't weird. You're crazy. You're the man. You're the man. Everybody listens to what you have to say.
Nah.
I'm not even being smart.
Well, I appreciate it.
You know that. You've been in it long like me. All right. What is that?
Old Bush Nasty.
What?
I don't know. Something Andrew brought over. I'm thirsty. And of course, right as I crack that open, the little one runs up. Baby, you got to go back inside.
All right, so big shout out to Charles right there, Army vet, 7983, man. I appreciate your service, regardless of what time it is. That goes out for everybody that just like me as a veteran. So,
yes, thank you for your service.
Oh. So, will you please do something on Vortec V2 sometime? Well, what do you have? A V1?
V3.
You have a V3. That with the heritage gear, right?
What was the question again now, or what was it? The comment?
Well, will you please do something on a Vortec V2?
I mean, it's the same thing. Are the V2s oilless or self-contained, or is it just the V3s?
Man, that's a crossover. That's a crossover one, because the V1s are all oil.
I guess what I'm trying to say is a supercharger is a supercharger is a supercharger. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but like, if I put a V2 on my car, you'd never know it. You wouldn't know the difference. I mean,
right.
There's no. I mean, if you can elaborate, maybe. I mean, maybe there's something more to it that I'm not understanding, I guess.
When are you going to invite 50 Tussin to a live stream? Let me tell you what. Rod has been a long-time subscriber of my channel, and I as well with his. So if Rod was ever, he's got my email. If he was to ever reach out and be interested in joining me on a live stream, I would absolutely entertain that.
Yeah, he's actually right down the road from me, about an hour and a half away. Yeah, we actually go to the same track, or used to go to the same track back when I used to race. But
what was the name of that guy?
He's actually a member of my PFO Mustangs club. I say that all the time, but I didn't even know he was a member. It was crazy the way I met him, or the way I found out about him. I was on YouTube. This is back like early 2017 or 16, and I'm on YouTube, and I'm like, my God, it was a Trojan horse, right? I saw this car running, and I was amazed by the way this dude was driving his car. So I posted the video in my Facebook group in my club, and they're like, "Dude, that's Rodney." I'm like, "Who's Rodney?" Like, he's a member here. I said, "This dude's a member of our club." I had no clue. I didn't even know where he lived or anything. Like, he's right down the road, you know. So
I cannot wait till Foxtoberfest, man.
Yes.
Ford Takeover, man. Ford Takeover. I really wish, dude, you would, man, it would be, Foxtoberfest was such a great time.
Yeah, I wish, man. I wish.
I know you definitely have some work going on, so gonna be
busy. Definitely have some work going on for sure.
Work first, brother. Work first.
Yep.
What's everyone's? My dinner always runs into. Okay. Big Dog said you opened up a can of weird sauce.
Yeah, it's what. Look, I was just thirsty. I'm not a beer drinker really, but.
The information and motivation that comes from you two guys have been valuable to me. It's greatly appreciated, and we thank you. Like I said, guys, you guys are the one, like, the likes, the comments, the views, the super chats, the super stickers, the members, all this stuff drives us, because as humans, we like to progress, and we want to feel like we're actually making a difference. So when all that happens for us, then it kind of fuels the fire on content when we start to, fans the flame.
Yes. Look, hey, when we have good videos that really hit, oh man, like I know because we talk. When we have a video that lights off good, man, we're on the phone. We're like, dude, you see that video?
Like, you see my short.
That makes us feel good. That makes us feel awesome to know that somebody wants to watch our content. Now, we know what you guys would really want to see. We get it, but we can't always provide that type of content, right? We know you want to see races and street races and burnouts and pulls in the road, but we can't do that every time. So, I try to keep it real and give you whatever it is that I'm working on. If we have a cool video come up, we do. If not, then it's just boring stuff in the shop.
You want to know what my favorite, what my best video of the month has been?
What? It's
the 60-second super or little short that doesn't get monetized like we had talked about. You don't get anything from a short. It was 60 seconds exactly of us setting up for a video. And it was like 17,000 views and like 1,200 likes. And I'm like, there's something here. You know what I mean? There's something.
There is, man. That makes us feel so good, though, whenever you guys watch. And we pretty much know when a video is going to be or not. And it's up to us, but with the thumbnail and the title. Every once in a while, we get a little clickbaity, but I at least try to keep my stuff, we both do, as real as possible. But, yeah, of course we like the views, though, I mean, who doesn't?
Let me pop this question real quick.
Go ahead.
He's asked twice. What do you guys think the best engine for a Fox is? And I also want to follow that up with Mike B said, whatever you can afford.
Yeah.
So
go ahead, Neo. Give them yours, and I'll give them mine.
Okay, so the best engine for the Fox body is the motors that's in it. And the reason why I say that is because even in the OG factory. We overthink, we overbuy, we overthink, we sleep on it, we overthink some more. You could take a simple turbo kit, put it on your car, put an FMU on it, just like I did with Dad's car. You can put an A trim on it, make 350 wheel, which you couldn't even accomplish 350 wheel unless you had some sort of crazy stroker build.
Yep.
So boosting it literally, and then when it blows a head gasket, you put head studs on it, you put the thing back together. Best motor is the one that's in it until you can afford something bigger or stronger. In my opinion.
So I agree with Neo completely, except for so I agree 100%. The 302 is really about the best engine, for your car. If that's what's already in it and it runs good, leave it in there, build it, do whatever. If you just insist on replacing the engine, it's going to be a 351. 351 Windsor, point blank, period. There to me, there is no argument. I mean, to me, in my head, I know I have a dark block in this green car. It wasn't necessary. It really wasn't necessary for what I wanted to do. Unless you're trying to make 1,000+ horsepower, guys. One of these OEM blocks will be just fine.
Yeah. Soon he'll be making 1,000. So I want to give a shout out real quick to Gregory Cooks. Gregory Cooks is a new member of the channel, my dude. I appreciate you joining the channel. Make sure you check out Brutal's channel if you'd like to support him as well. And anybody else that's here in chat, like I said, you guys get there's quite a few membership perks that are behind the scenes, so that a lot of you guys don't see.
So Brandon Chavez says that these guys love the TKX. I don't know.
Yeah. So that is completely not the case because that car, the white car back here, has got a faceplated T56, and I'm pretty much itching to put my Magnum back in my black car, anyways. The TKX is. And I will say this, a badass transmission. Now, that's not work. Dude, we're supposed to say that, B, right? We're supposed to say that for Andrew. Listen.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all just got to know for yourself. You know what I mean? Y'all just got to know for yourself. I mean, because I put Dextron 3 in there, broke that thing in, just like I said I was going to do in the videos. Mm-hmm. Then I put Synchro Mesh in there. I don't even need to use a clutch.
Yeah. Look, that TKX is a good transmission. Have you not seen the prices of new T5s lately? I mean, you're going to pay out the butt for a new T5. If you're going to be buying a new transmission, you might as well just go ahead and get the TKX over to T5.
That's right. All right, so Alan House did a $10 super chat. Dude, I appreciate that. I will be splitting that with Brutal.
Thank you.
I'll say that every time I see it. So we will be splitting that because this is a dual chat at this point. So just built my motor from the ground up using almost only YouTube. Nice.
Awesome, man.
Today, I want to bring it to I wanted to bring it by for you to see sometime, Brew. Uh-oh, all right.
Finished the break-in today. Cool. Well, I'd like to check the car out. Yeah, so get up with me.
Yeah, hey, hope you know, it might be some cool content. Hamlin's like, here we go.
Here we go.
I shift the TKX. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I can shift a T5, a TKX, even a T56 without a clutch. And if you rev match it, you won't have any sort of damage to the transmission. Do I tell you to do that? Am I telling you to do that? Nope. Don't do that.
He's telling you. No. Seriously, guys, it takes a magic touch to not bust them. And, you know, all the time everybody says power shift, power shift. If you know how to power shift, that's great. But you need to be careful and know the limits of what these things can and can't do. There is a stopping point when it comes to quickness on power shifting. Neo understands what I'm talking about, and you guys that power shift know too. You can get too fast with it. Your hand can outrun your clutch foot, and there are problems there when that happens.
That's right. That's right. I tried to be a member on Brutal, but it won't let me. I'm not surprised. Hey, you know what? brutalvlogs@gmail.com. Hit him up on an email, and I'm sure he'll probably get you squared away.
Brutal we'll get you hooked up. I appreciate you trying.
Ivan Diaz, hey man, $2 super sticker, dude. I appreciate you and the super sticker, man. Me and Brutal.
Ivan, appreciate that.
Mike B, I've been able to shift around a manual no clutch once I learned how. That'd actually be a pretty good video. I mean, I know you can do it, B. But I mean, it's just about the RPM. There's a specific RPM that every transmission just naturally gates into the next gear. Gearing down, not so much. Just going into the next sequential.
That's it. Yeah, I completely agree. Davey asked, "What's our favorite Chevy car?" Mine would probably be a Chevelle or either like a Camaro, like a 68, 69 Camaro.
Woo! My favorite Chevy car is the 1987 Monte Carlo SS with a crappy 305. I would LS swap the crap out of that car.
Yeah.
I love that car.
Yeah, those were pretty cool cars. But, you know, those cars were dated even when they came out. With the plush interior and all that, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was so crazy to me because everybody else had gotten away from it and they were still rocking that shit. And it's cool because it's like they knew something we didn't, because everybody else had moved away from it, but they were still getting it.
Oh, War Admiral in the house dropping the 50, my dude. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much, man.
We'd be splitting that 50 with Brutal and obviously YouTube because they take a chunk. But whatever, guy. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody for doing what they do here with us. You know, we don't plan this. I didn't tell Brutal I was even going to invite him. I just threw him an email and said, yo, if you want to join, you guys, you know, and I didn't expect it. So I seen he was probably sitting here for like 5 minutes. I didn't even notice the window was there.
I was. No, earlier today I had about a 30-minute spell trying to get my kid's kite in the air. And that was just an absolute fail. So I was.
You were kiting. You had a kite in the air.
I tried to get a kite in the air, but it didn't work out so good. After I ran around the yard all day and everything else, so I finally got on the golf cart and tried to take off and get it to go.
The Grand National is a big one too, Stephen King. Grand National too. I'm pretty sure that he would agree with that. You got to read this. You got to read this, B.
Oh, yeah. Can
you see it? No, I'll get it. If you can't see it, I'll get it. First call in the morning. Hi, good morning. I watched Neo's live stream last night with Brutal, and Neo said that I could shift the TKX without a clutch.
Listen, guys, you absolutely 100% can shift your TKX without a clutch. I don't know how long it'll last, but you can do
it. Listen, if there's anything that'll take the smile out of his face, it's that. And I guarantee you, if his dad was watching, I would already be getting a text message like, you need to knock it off.
I mean, you really, don't do it, guys. Don't do it.
No, you know what? Unless if you do it at your own, What's the word I'm looking for? You do it at your own
risk.
Your own risk. That's right. Okay, so Gregory Cooks. Choose between a 5-speed or a 6-speed transmission. What are the pros and cons of both of them? Okay. You say yours first. You had a 6-speed in the Cobra.
It's not needed these days, in my opinion. Well, all right. I get it. You can run more gear with the 6-speed if you need it, right? So you can run more gear if you need it down low. If your car makes a shit ton of power, you don't even need the gear anyway. I like the T5. I like the 5-speeds are lighter, but I'm just not really a T56 guy. I like them, but I would have been up until the TKX come out, and I just think it's as good of a transmission to me.
Mustang Chris, I appreciate you joining the channel's membership for a month or however long, dude. I appreciate you. Make sure you check out Brutals as well. Again, I think we're the only 2 Foxbody channels that have it at this point. But Foxcast does have Patreon, so I will say that.
Yeah. So Stephen King says he's calling Hanlon in the morning.
All right, Neo. Hold on a second, War Admiral. So the question was 5 or 6-speed. So we're gonna go with what I prefer, a 5-speed. I like the TKX. The TKX is still in my black car, sweating bullets, because it's behind 700 horsepower. It's pretty much doing what it can do to stay together. I mean, it's strong. I mean, I go on the street and drive the piss out of it and love it. But the T56 is the one that there was. If you don't need the T56, don't buy it. TKX will get you by up to 700 wheel, and if you get past that and you're a true stick shift racer and or avid driver on the street or whatever, and you really need that much power, then one thing that the con I did not like about the T56, and I'll stop being long-winded, is the gates, the shifter gates, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, reverse. So there's 7 gates there. Okay, yeah. 7 gates over a small. Imagine your patterns. Very easy to miss a shift. Very easy to overshift. Whereas the TKX, it's just like the T5. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's just a Super Duty T5. It's bam, 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 done. And I've had nothing but fun. I've even told Hanlon. I even told, and he can, he'll tell you. I'm like, man, I really wish they would have a like a Super Duty TKX. Something that's as strong as a T56. But there's not much.
Yeah. I don't. Now I have nothing against a T56. I just think you're going to see people start to kind of get away from them more and more. I really do. I think you're going to see that. So with these new transmissions, these lighter 5-speeds that can hold power, and there again, somebody said an Astro T5 or A5. It's an A5, isn't it?
Yeah.
A5. Anyway, yes. I mean, if you got the money, go for that. But
yeah, I mean, but that's big money. So if you start thinking about it, you could actually probably make your TKX just a tad stronger. Excuse me, by sending it off to Liberty. Obviously, back orders are a big thing, and Liberty's been behind 8 to 12 to 16 weeks. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yep.
So if you sent your TKX there, not to get face plated, but you could actually send your TKX there to get the billet forks, and you could send it there to get all the gears hardened and polished. You could probably never break it. But consider the fact that T56 is always going to be stronger because it's got more of a robust gear in it on all of them. And the mags are just – I love my Magnum, don't get me wrong. But the biggest problems I had was the gate and the fact that there was a huge difference between 3rd and 4th gear. And I've mentioned that to you before, bro.
Yep.
Like I would be at $3,000, 3,200, 3,500 where you normally shift at. And when I shift the 4th, I'd be at 1,200 RPM. I'm like, why is there such a drop there in the ratio? You know what I mean? Anyway.
What clutch are you running in your cars? I'm a pretty simple guy.
Let's go.
God, where's the box? So I got Ram clutches in all of my cars, honestly, at the moment, and I like them. I like the Ram clutches. I'm gonna have to go to a twin disc in the Calypso though at some point, but every time I try to call Hanlon, nobody answers the phone. So
shots fired. I run I'm a pretty hardcore McLeod guy. I will be saying this though. I got a McLeod twin HD. It's the 10.5 in the white car with the faceplate. I got an HD in the black car here. Same exact.
Uh-oh. Neo froze. Why does everybody have to come out here? We gotta wait on Neo to come back. I'll keep everybody entertained until he comes back. Let's see. The T5s are rated for about 300. Yeah, I mean the T5s, man. As long as you're easy on them and you're nice to them, they're not that bad. Always freezes at hour mark. Yeah, there he goes. He's back.
Are we fuzzy or are we good? Make sure I'm not fuzzy, because then I have to turn the camera off and put it back on. It happens every God blessed time.
Yeah,
we live stream.
No, it's fine.
Mike B, now come on now. It's still I got that HD programming on this little crappy internet in my garage. Yeah, Cousin Paul's out there playing with the live feed. I get it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's Cousin Paul's fault. Where you at, Cousin Paul? So, anyways, what were we talking about? I run those two twins, but I will say that I am going to a Vengeance twin disc in the black car, because the black car is getting painted, and we're going to do a lot of road testing and a lot of we're going to test that clutch this year. And if it's legit, if it holds, then it'd be a good clutch. But apparently he's got an HD 1200 in the mix that he might be scooting me here soon. So hopefully he gets Brutal set up, because I think Ram or Vengeance is supposed to help Brutal out. Whoop, whoop. Didn't hear it from me.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we gotta get back on the Calypso after a while, but I gotta finish up the gray car right now, and then we'll get over on that. Jason Fields, thank you so much.
Jason Fields, one of my top, he's one of the top donators of the channel and on live streams, man. And I'll tell you what, he's, I do appreciate everything you do. Like I said, I'm gonna be splitting that with Brutal, and it'll go for both of our channels to make them a little bit better.
And we appreciate that.
Ram HD for TKO here. Good clutch. That's right.
Yeah.
Listen, shout out to Mike at Ram. Ram's a big, company with Hanlon. Hanlon's been with Ram a long time, and they have some of their best stuff. So if you guys are interested in some of this Ram stuff, go check out Hanlon Motorsports, 610-459-2695. I don't even need to say that. Just Google it.
Yep. And Treetop Tom is correct. Who I recommend if you guys need a rebuild, because Neo never has time, is Earl.
Yeah, the Earl guy.
Yeah, he does really good. I found him on eBay one day, and I'm sure he's gotten a lot of business from that, because he does great work. We had an issue with one of the T5s, and guys, it wasn't a problem. We sent it back, and everything was taken care of. I mean, it happens. Neo can tell you things are going to happen. I mean, if you built motors, transmissions, anything, you understand. Stuff's going to happen. It's all about how you warranty it and how you take care of the customer.
That's right. That's right.
Bruce, show us the couch while Neo froze.
All right. So what do we got? We're about an hour and 20 in. We got about 10, 15 more minutes or whatever. I did shoot Caleb an email if he wanted to join us, but he's probably busy. So he's got a lot of stuff. I always try to be courteous. I'll try to invite more than one, content creator. We could sit here and shoot the moon for,
All right.
Here we go.
I want to ask everybody's opinion. I want to know your thoughts on the retro.
Woo! Those 17s?
Yeah.
Dude, I like them on there, man.
What does everybody think about that? I didn't like it to start with, but I freaking love it now. I don't know what happened. It just grew on me overnight. That'll be coming out in my video here pretty soon, but I love it, man.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
I didn't think I would. I really didn't. I was like, I don't like that, but worked out really good.
And I do like the what is those? Are those the SC reps on the gray car?
Yeah.
I like those SC reps.
I like them. I personally like the black wheels better, but most everybody likes the Celine. So, let's see.
Let's see what Alan said. What did he say? Yo, Neo, check out the stuff from Benning. Offers us vets. Okay. Check out Uchi Creek Campground, not far from Brutal. Also, if y'all want to do something together. All right, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Terry, T. Perry said, I want those 17s so bad. So, anyways, we're going back to the topic at hand, what we had with expectations. I can tell you that, like, expectations literally can be turned into a rabbit hole in a hurry. You know,
they can.
And we both have 3 cars on our channel that literally are all 3 rabbit holes. You know, they just the car parts after spending, and it's just.
Well, my thing is, I think people need to ask themselves, why are you building your car? Like, what are you doing it for? Are you building your car because you want to compete with your buddies? Are you building it because you want to be the fastest? Do you want to go run, Texas 2K? I mean, what are you trying to accomplish with it? And I think whenever you have that conversation with yourself and you're really open and honest. All right, that's enough. Out. Now you can't talk. I think when you're really open and honest with yourself, I think a lot of times it's an eye-opening experience, because a lot of the times the way we want to build our cars is unrealistic anyway. It's pointless to try to, because you're chasing after somebody that probably doesn't give a crap about you and what you're trying to do.
Right.
They're not worried about it. And you're not going to like prove anything to anybody by doing that. You got to do it because you just want to do it.
That's right. I'm going through starring things, so you can keep talking. In the StreamYard, you have the ability to star people who support or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I got 9 starred here, so I could talk about them at the end. Okay. What do we got here? Terminator X for the win. I did have one. What's your preference? Binary editor, Terminator X, or Mega Squirt? Go ahead.
I would say Mega Squirt if they could get their idle air control stuff situated. I mean, I'm just being honest. I'd say Mega Squirt all day, but their idle air crap is horrible. So next up would be, for me, as the tuner, it would be Holly. As far as the guy that's just buying it and going to have somebody do it for me, Binary Editor.
So for me, it's Binary Editor. Obviously, I make 700 wheel on both of these cars. They're both factory harnesses and they're both factory A9Ls. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not interested in putting a Dominator on the white car, because I'm definitely interested in trying that out. And I'm pretty sure at some point, if I don't get this map sensor thing that I want to build fixed in Dad's car, because we're going to try to, I'm going to be honest with you, we're going to make more horsepower on speed density than we should. Crazy. Call me crazy. Why am I doing this? Because I didn't get a chance to do this in the 90s when I was broke.
Exactly.
Let's be real, brother. Let's be real. Like, that's the reason why I'm doing it. It's content. People like it. People look at me, and they're like, man, that's old. Why are you doing that? Just put a Holly on it. I'm like, no, man. I want to see if this FMU can really keep up, bruh.
Yeah, we do stuff because we're curious. So off topic, is there a benefit relocating the ACT sensor to the air charge pipe instead of the air intake? All I can tell you.
You see that when I put that chat up? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
All I can tell you is you need to talk with your tuner before you do that, because it does change things. I was talking to Matt at Leach Motorsports. You guys, let me just say this: talk to your tuner before you do that. Okay? Don't just go throw that sensor over there and think everything's going to be cool. I'll say that. Did you freeze up again? I thought did we both freeze up?
All right. My bad. I bumped the cord. My cord sucks right here. And
I was wondering what's up. I was like, man, why is Neo mean mugging me like that?
Sorry, bumped the cord. I'll tell you what, guys, I ain't got nothing fancy. I mean, I got a nice laptop. I got this little Walmart, webcam stream thingy. It looks pretty good. I apologize, guys. I apologize.
It happens, man. It happens.
It happens. It happens. So, anyways, binary editor for me. Obviously, I want to learn Terminator X and Dad's car, and Mega Squirt. I'm not actually interested in that at all. And I know that's Brutal's go-to. He's actually really good at it for the most part. You just can't get the KPA or the idle right or the IAC right. Is that what it is?
Yep. That's the whole problem. If somebody could figure that out, I would put this back in, any of my cars. I just can't get the idle to stay consistent. I don't know what the problem is. I love this system. I love the interface. I love how it works.
You showed that in your video quite a bit. You showed the map table.
Yep.
What's the best color of fox body? Here we go.
Man, the best color fox body, in my opinion, is the one with the right wheels and stance.
What?
Seriously.
Man, wait, where's your window at? Man, that ain't an answer.
That is the best answer that anybody has ever given you.
That's
the best answer anybody's ever. It's all about wheels and stance. That's it. Pick a color, man.
Even patina.
Oh Lord, what do you want? Back out here again.
So Chris Fur, I'm head deep in the rabbit hole now, waiting on a machinist to decide if I can get a hone and reuse my stock pistons or on 3 or whoo. Uh-oh.
I can bore the cylinders and still use them. Yes, you can bore 10 over and still use stock pistons.
Mm-hmm. The best.
Yeah, but I don't know. Would you recommend that?
No, that's too much. Because I mean,
especially if you're going to be boosting a car.
The factory pistons, like what you could actually do on one of my tricks in my motors when I build them is to hone them with a good stone, like I think it's 280. I can't remember the number offhand, but I use a ball hone, and I usually do file fit oversized rings, and I'll actually file fit my rings to the cylinder, so I don't worry. Obviously, I'll run a bore gauge through, and every one of them are egg shaped at this point anyway. So one of the little cheats that I do is let's get the file fit 0.005 rings. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I just cut them down to fit.
Yeah, I didn't file fit any of my rings. I didn't check them. Well, I checked them. I just threw them in whatever gap.
If you got the first thing I do when I go to rebuild a motor, I buy 2 sets of rings. I buy the Total Seal 5 overs, and I buy the chrome, the plasma moly cheapy E485K or some crap like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what's in this one.
I just drop them in. I drop the stock ones in first, and if they have too much of a gap, then I'm like, all right, looks like I'm filing.
Yep. So the gapless rings are a really good option, guys. I promise you, so many people are scared of them.
Like this, right? They're like tapered.
Well, it just has an interlocking ring under your top ring, or you can put it on your second ring, whatever. And wherever the gap is, there's just a very, very thin ring that goes underneath that ring, and it just seals it.
Right. Seals it up.
But I mean, zero blow by. I mean, people run big boost with them, and I talked to the guys over there about the rings, and I'm like, why does everybody have negative stuff to say and they're scared? He was like, you tell me. He said, we've made big power with these. He said, we just cannot convince people that they're safe with boost or anything else. He's like, but they are. I don't know. So I ran them, and I love them. That's what's in the Calypso.
Okay, so Sly Fox says, just tore out all my interior today. Now I figured out what I'm going to do. Damn, red interior is growing on me. There you go. Look what you started, bro.
I know. Man, look, I tried to tell people a long time ago this red interior is going to be going to come back again. And see, this is the problem, just real quick, not to go off on a tangent. This is affecting me. This hurts me too because I need seats, right? Well, guess what? For one thing, there are no good seats because everybody threw them away.
Nobody cared about
right? So now there's no red interior parts. Well, now people are starting, just because they're rare, right? Because you can't really find a good red interior, people are searching for it now. It's not so much that they're becoming more popular, they're just very scarce. And guess what's going to happen to the price when you do find a good red interior? So
let me tell you what. As being a guy who's handled so many Fox body parts in my time. I can tell you that the red interior was a no-go for so long, but it's at the point now, and I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Fox bodies now are at a point that I said they were going to get to 15. Now, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back like I told you so, but I told my friends, and they used to laugh at me and be like, you wait. One day smog pumps, a good smog pump is going to be worth its weight in gold, because this emissions places can't get past without it, and nobody's going to make it. And all my friends says, you should throw that in the garbage. Okay, now look at the prices of them.
Yep.
Same thing. And that's just a metaphor for parts.
Dude, smog pumps, stock intakes,
Stock
H pipes with the cat still in them
are
outrageous. We used to throw those stock intakes away. Just toss them in the garbage, dude. The upper and lower intakes, Explorer intakes, they were okay, but it's just an Explorer intake. And now look at the GT40. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Back in the day around here, nobody really ran the GT40 tubular intake. They didn't really care. There were better intakes out there.
That's right.
And people were just like, okay. If you like, I never liked them. I didn't like the way they looked from the start. So they're okay. What in the hell happened?
Somebody figured out that was a rare intake, because the only way that intake even got on your 302 Fox body was some Lightnings missing the upper part of their motor.
Yes. And God forbid if you have a Lightning lower GT40.
Oh,
boy, you could almost buy another Fox body with that.
Buy a house with it. So, all right, what we got here? I got perfect seats in an 86 with halos.
Boy,
you better bring them the Ford Takeover.
Yeah.
Watched Bruce the perfect red video and said, well, hell, here we go. Oh, look at you influencing, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, did you get that red from LMR, or did you get it from NPD?
No, I get it from my local automotive paint store.
Right.
It is SEM Portola red. Hold on, let me grab a can, because everybody always asks.
Where can I get a smog pump rebuild then? I don't really know. We actually rebuild. So we take our smog pumps apart and we check them. There's an actual little blocks inside that get wore out over time from spinning and creating, the air or whatever. Let me see that again. Let's see that again. Portola red.
Yep.
So that's better than, well, they do have. Let me show you. This is what I got. We comparing paint cans. We Fox body heads. I got ruby red.
Yeah.
What is the number on that? 15993.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
See, that's a custom mix for them.
Is it? And
yeah.
I got medium red.
And what is that? Regal red?
Medium. See it?
Oh, medium red. Yeah.
And it's the same can. They
must
mix it.
So I'm going to be completely honest here and say that this red looks really good when you spray the whole interior, but you can't match your interior with that red. It's a little brighter, so you have to do a whole respray if you're going to use that. Napa red from SEM is a very good match with our red interior, and you can blend with that. If you need to blend a little, you can blend.
This is it, though. Period. I don't care what.
Yeah. You guys see that?
SEM.
That's the brand, guys. Trust me.
There's nothing else.
I guess everybody always asks about the gray interior, smoke gray, and it is Presidio gray. Presidio gray.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, is a great match. And then SEM satin black, guys, not gloss black.
No,
satin black for your interior. If you're changing your interior to black, use satin black from SEM.
Now they also have a Landau black, and I know Chris at the Infamous Project. I've been watching a lot of his restore on the Cali coupe he's doing or whatever. He's doing a whole smoke gray, and he's using this. The Landau black has like a matte satin to it too. So there is a satin SEM. SEM makes everything, and they make it in so many different flavors.
They do. That's good stuff, man. It's just good stuff. I love it.
How many cans would it take to go from gray to red? That's right.
I mean, I used 5 cans on my car to go from red to red. So I would honestly, yeah.
Didn't LMR buy SEM? No, they did not. I don't think they did.
No. Hey, let me say this real quick. Anybody that's wanting to go gray to red, do not use this color. I'm serious, guys. Use Napa red or use some of the other reds like he's talking about, because this red does not cover good. It is very, very thin, and your Napa red is a lot thicker and covers better. I would not spray. You would go through 12 cans of this.
Cheap cans if it was somebody else. Now, I'm not an NPD, it's not my sponsor, but I am going to shout NPD out because they do have a pretty wide selection. And, you got your crystal red, your medium red, and you got your ruby red. And those kind of cover all Fox bodies for the most part. And they'll label their cans to make sure you're right. And it will be an SCM brand, not a relabeled something that somebody else made. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right, so with Fox body prices being what they are there another Fox body you would build or drive? Is there another Fox body you would build or drive?
I would say a Cougar.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I can never remember.
The XR7? Or are you talking the old Cougar?
No. The like 80. Something Fox body, like what was it, the RX-8?
XR7.
XR7, there it is. I actually really like those a lot. I would definitely take one of those, man, for sure.
The other Fox body that I would build is the Bubbleback 86.5 Capri.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a new car on the channel that nobody knows about yet. You only heard that on live stream. What?
Now we know.
Now you know.
I'm telling everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Brutal, I know you don't like all black interior. That's what he says.
I mean, I do. It's just basic. I don't know. I mean, and that's not knocking anybody's stuff, but to me, it just doesn't scream Fox body to me. I don't know. I guess it's probably just the cars I grew up around, but they were either red or gray interior. The black just, I don't know. It's nice. I mean, my red car has black interior, and it's sweet, but
it's why I wear black all day, because when I work and it gets dirty and nobody sees it.
I like the gray interiors and then the red. I like red probably the best, but then again, it depends on the color of the car. I mean, red doesn't work with everything, so I'd say probably gray would be my first pick because you can go whatever color you want to, just like you can with black.
All right, Chris Twofer. Anybody ever block splitting? Anybody ever done it with a main girdle and a stud girdle installed along with a good balancer? Like, yep.
Yeah.
My fluid damper actually went bad.
Yeah, they'll split right down the middle with everything,
and then everything will just stay there together, and you'll just hear a bunch of noise.
Yeah, please, guys, and I mean this, and somebody else sound off. I know Neo understands what I'm saying too. It'll split. That girdle's not going to stop it from splitting.
The only thing the girdle does is it keeps you from running over your rods. That's all it does. It'll keep 99% of the motor together, because by the time you figure out that happened, you've shut the motor off. At least it'll keep it together for the most part.
Yep. Absolutely.
Nathan Johnson, welcome to the channel membership, my guy. Make sure you go over and check out Brutal's join member as well.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
I appreciate you coming to the channel membership.
To the channel. Your boy is about to go ahead, wrap it up. I gotta go.
Yep, me too. I think we'll wrap up. I'll wrap up right after you guys. Again, everything. We have some starred members today. We are going to mention them out. Jason Fields with a $10 super chat. Chris, welcome to the channel. Big War Admiral with the 50. That's the big 50.
Yes, sir.
Ivan Diaz, the $2. Alan House with the $10. Got a new member. Big Mike Struminski with another 50, and a couple new members. Oh, we got Treetop Tom with the 5. So I want a big special shout out to you guys. All that funding will be split with Brutal when he joined in on the chat. And, you know, again, you know, everything stays in the channel. Anyways, you got anything you want to say? Well, you know what? We got to end the live stream just like we normally do. What you got coming out this week for everybody to see?
So this week we have the, I guess you'd call it big reveal for the Carbon Fox, Star Fox, Moon Fox. I don't know what we're going to call it yet, for the Project Fox. And then Wednesday we've got the first real drive with the supercharger and some tires on the Retro Fox. It's going to be a very fun video. I'm going to say a lot of bad words. There's going to be a lot of quacks. I kind of got a little hyped, and you know, it'll show. And then from there, I don't know. I'll just have to find something to put out. I don't know. Just something.
You know what? Those are always the fire videos, though. That you come
up with. When you don't really know what you got coming up. But yeah, that's what's coming up for me. There was something I was going to ask you, but I can't remember. Something with this car. Oh, do you think it's a cluster issue if I replaced sending unit, fuel sending unit, temperature sending unit, all that stuff, and all my gauges are still wrong? Cluster issue?
It's definitely probably a board issue.
Yeah.
I got so many different boards here, though. You could try some of the other ones that are speed density that I have, because it's pretty much the same board. It's an 89, right?
Yeah.
I got like 30 boards in there.
I may need to do. I think I have one put up, but I'm gonna have to do something because everything is like completely off. My temperature's all jacked up.
It's got to be a trace on there you can't see or whatever, because they're like plastic and like laminated traces in there, and sometimes they come apart.
I had to go in and hot glue some of that crap to keep it. But I mean, it works. But they had started to deteriorate, and they were like, doing all that. Yeah. So I had to get them off of each other. But other than that, though, everything looks pretty good back there. But like this thing shows super high voltage, way more than what it needs. The temperature, the temperature gauge is completely off.
That sounds like a board. I don't think it's your gauges. I got extra gauges too if you want to try them and just kind of slot them in and see what it is or whatever. But Cyfox said, "Where do I get the join membership button?" Brutal can flip his computer around and show you real quick on a laptop. If you're watching live stream and/or it's the little blue button right there next to the subscribe. If you're on your handheld device, I think it's the monetization tab at the bottom of the chat. I think if you hit that, I think you can go to that as well. So make sure if you're going to check that out, Sly, make sure you check out Brutal's as well. Like I said, it's $2 a month, $5 a month. I mean, legitimately in a year, you give Brutal $24. I mean, you spend more at Applebee's.
Some people do.
2 for $20, bro.
Yeah. So War Admiral 363. I may get up with you if I can't get this sorted out. It actually should be pretty simple. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, it's all good either way. But yeah, guys, look, I enjoyed it. Hey, Neo, thanks for having me once again, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on. I always have a good chat with you, and it always makes it a little bit easier for us all.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now I got the little ones back out here again, guys. I say it all the time. This is real life. I mean,
this is fun. This is Fox Bodies and Family, my man.
That's what it is. I mean, at some point you're gonna see one of them get like just wore out on the channel. Like, it's kind of called DHR.
You know what? We get to. It means something, B. When you can actually take something that that we're passionate like we do. With these Fox Bodies and be able to share it not only with our family, but with the crowd and then people that are watching. I mean, I got 88 people that we don't know in chat except for what they're chatting, dude, and it's overwhelming to know that 89 people is going to listen to me babble for an hour.
I know.
Let alone hundreds that come to your channel.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, and I just, like I said, I just want to say thank you to everybody. I know the live streams don't always go the way that you may want it to go or whatever, and we get sidetracked. But trust me whenever I say I enjoy doing the live streams. I know Neo does, and we just like talking with you guys.
Look what's in chat right there.
Hold on. All right. So you want to hold it up?
Okay.
She didn't want anybody to see it. Well, guess what? She shouldn't have brought it out here. So the wife just made that.
Nice.
It's a microfiber.
No, that's for your car. You can get on your Shop Brutal.
Yeah. Well, no, she's got a, what's that thing called? Some type of fancy, I don't know, machine. Whatever. It's not embroidery. That's something else. I'm sure she'll type it up.
Screen print, vinyl print.
Yeah, she's into all that stuff. Call me when you're ready for that clutch. Yeah,
We've been talking about that.
Yeah, I need to.
You just put that Ram twin in.
Yeah, honestly. Right now, at the moment, I'm just trying to finish up this gray car. We're about to, so I will tell you guys this. We're about to do a set of 373 gears in the Project Fox. We're going to do the AOD that came out of the Calypso. We're going to put it in there to fix our overdrive issue, and we're going to do headers, and probably an X pipe on that car.
Nice.
Not the other pipe, Neo. Not that one. That was going on the red car.
Come on, man. We got to get that sound, bro.
Yeah, that's going on the red car, though.
You know what? That was, as soon as I seen that, I'm like, uh-oh.
Yes.
Dude, I had it in the mail that day. It was awesome.
So the wife can do sublimation now. So, and she says nobody will want any of this stuff because she can only print on light colors. But as you can see, it's not embroidery. It's cool, man. I don't know. We'll probably put some stuff up on the channel.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Shop Brutal or something. Probably. I mean, you know, if you guys want some Brutal merch, make sure you guys check out Shop Brutal. It's shopbrutal.com.
Yep, and we're about to re-up on some new designs and stuff.
Nice. Okay, so pretty much family time for me as well, and I like it. I want to give a huge shout out to Hanlon Motorsports. Of course, they're sponsoring both of our channels. I want to give a huge shout out to all the green guys in chat here. My members, man, you guys make it happen. You make it happen for me. I make it happen for Brutal. I want to say thank you to everybody who watched, everybody who's going to rewatch, everybody's going to watch the live streams. I know they're long, but they're definitely something cool to watch when you're bored at work or whatever. So it is a huge, huge shout out to you as well. So
absolutely. I love watching live streams like that.
Everything in this channel, I'm going to go ahead and then split with Brutal after I figure it all out. And again, if you channeled me up as a member, make sure you check out his channel as well. Again, it's always a pleasure to do a live stream with Brutal and whatever. So
yeah, we'll definitely, like, I'm sorry, I get sidetracked with the kids out here.
No, that's okay. It's fine.
Next time, I'll just have to put them to bed a little early so we can actually talk. And I can.
No, you know what? That just goes to show you, it's a family and a fox body thing. You know.
It is. It definitely is. But you know what? Every once in a while, I want them to go to bed too. So.
Right.
All right. Well, look. Thank you all so much, Neo. I appreciate it.
I'll see you soon this week.
Yep, sounds good. This thing's not wanting to act right, so hopefully. Oh, I got it now.
All right, guys. So that's pretty much all I have for you today. We will go over our list. Some of these, expectations are expectations, guys. Keep your expectations. Do your fox body within a realm of realistic expectations. 2022 is going to be a tough year. There's a lot of back order on just everything with materials and just everything. Okay, so be patient. The next best thing isn't the next best thing. You know what I mean? Don't just think that you got to hold out for AFR 220 heads or 205 heads. Maybe try out some trick flows or something that's readily available right now. Get your car running. I'm always an avid fan. The last thing I like to see is a fox body sitting on a trailer half, gutted out because they're trying to make it a race car and they can't finish it, or seeing a fox body up on jack stands or whatever. So, guys, I'm always a big advocate of get your car out there, enjoy them, and build around them. Even if you got to put some of the stock parts back on it. So this week we went on a pick this past weekend. I actually bought a T5 on Facebook. I want to show you guys how it went and how it looks. We actually are also doing another T5 video. These videos aren't something that's really going to be very popular and get a bunch of views, but they will be on the channel for a long time for you guys to enjoy. So, and then we're going to finish the week out strong. So you guys be looking for the short videos and be looking for the good videos this week for us. So, outside of that, guys, I appreciate the new members. I appreciate all the super chats and all the super stickers, and I do appreciate you you coming in and enjoying the chat with Brutal. So we will see you guys soon this week in the videos. Thanks for joining.